Hello, hello, hello. Happy Sunday. Welcome to your noon Eastern Standard Time, 45-minute gentle flow. My wonderful friends, welcome to Veterans Yoga Project online streaming classes. My name is Ceasar Barajas. I am so honored, so happy, and so humbled to be with you today. I am one of Veterans Yoga Project's ambassadors and master teachers, and am thrilled to be able to bring this to you today wherever you are in the world tuning in. You'll see in the little comments though that at some point while you're watching this, either live now or maybe you're tuning in later on this evening, if you wouldn't mind sharing with us where you are from, your military status, whether active duty, reserves, retired, veteran, maybe you're a military spouse. Maybe you were a civilian contractor. Maybe you were a first responder or a healthcare worker. Please, would love to have all of you get situated and settled and allow us to just have that information. One of the things I'd love to point out is that this is always available to you. And so being able to come back to a place where we revisit this, maybe more than once, is a place where we can sort of put ourselves in a better physical place because of the stressors that we're all around. Imagine the world that we're currently living in. So this is a gift to yourself. With that being said, I'd love to invite you to maybe grab a small towel. We're moving gently today, but some sweat maybe still occurs. If you've got a water bottle handy, fantastic, grab that. Hydration is important. And if you don't have any yoga blocks, I suggest maybe grabbing a couple of books. If you have any, that will also help you to assist movement. I'll use these to demonstrate how. And oftentimes, if you need just a little bit of support or balance, a sturdy water bottle will also help you with that. And then, of course, grab whatever you might need for yourself. Maybe it's a chair to help you support. Maybe you want to prop yourself up or be near a wall. All of this stuff is perfectly acceptable. Please know that this is your practice. I am merely a guide. With that being said, let's get this party started. Once again, happy Sunday. So absolutely grateful that you are here. Don't forget to tune in, check out the comments, let me know where you're from, military status, and also, I forgot and I'll remind you again at the end, we have a pain and distress survey. So if you wouldn't mind filling that out. With that being said, let us come to lay down on our back. My friends, part of being in a gentle place is to allow your body to gently relax. So take a deep breath in, find your arms out, stretching overhead, wiggling the toes, wiggling the fingers. We're going to take a few moments as we gently move through our body to just acknowledge the fact that our body is here. So look at your hands and, maybe look at your feet and wiggle the toes and think about everything that's connected. We think about our wrists and our elbows, and we utilize the power of our legs and knees and hips. And even if we're injured or we're finding ourselves in a position where we're nursing an injury or we don't feel the greatest, we still have this one body. So part of what I'm going to set as a class intention is to allow us to come to a place of just self-gratitude. Let us take a deep breath in. Create a sound as the air escapes. Feel free to lay firmly on your back. We'll call this a guided resting pose. Just laying there, finding some absolute stillness. You'll notice I have one hand on my heart, one hand on my belly. You're welcome to lay your hands on the floor. Whatever you choose to do today, my friends, is absolutely correct. This is your practice. And that's exactly what it is. Practice. It is over time that we develop skills, but yoga is not anything that we're ever going to find perfection of because it's ever changing. It's always ongoing. So right now, as you feel where the ground is supporting you, think of it as like Mother Earth holding you. So even if you're feeling alone, be mindful that you are always supported by the ground underneath you, and then take a moment to just allow some gratitude to flow through you, from you, out to everything around you. Maybe finding ourselves grateful for the opportunity to be here. The fact that we woke up this morning. Ooh, thank you. And starting to notice the breath. just simply following it as it starts at the tip of your nose. Can you sense, feel it, hear it enter into your throat? Maybe we start that deep 3-part breath where we raise the top of our chest, part 1, we expand the rib cage, part 2, and that inhale inflates the belly like a little balloon, that's part 3. Maybe creating a sigh on the way out. That allows for the body to not only relax the muscles in your jaw and your throat and your neck and your shoulders, but you know what, friends? Sometimes it feels good just to let go. So take a couple more breaths like that. Inhaling, creating a sound. Taking the next moment in silence to maybe set an intention for yourself. What do you hope to achieve today? What are you hoping to do? Maybe today is just about finding a little bit of movement, allowing the grace and honor of our body to help guide us, but also connecting our mind and our breath to what we're doing. And the mere fact that you are consciously breathing right now is giving your body an opportunity to decompress. It's starting a calming effect. I know we are in a particularly precarious time in our world. All the more reason to utilize our internal systems to help combat that. Our body's nervous system has been designed beautifully to help us, and we can continue to maybe lessen the stressors, the reduction of anxiety or any kind of depressive thoughts by coming to a place where we breathe in deeply, consciously, effortlessly, peacefully, simply. With that said, I'll leave you to the next 3 deep breaths, beginning to lengthen through the inhale, allowing a few more beats to add to the out breath. At the end of our next exhale, start to bring some life back into your fingertips and toes, just like we did at the very beginning of the class. Can we place our feet on the floor, both of them? Can we allow our hands to reach for the ceiling, reach for the sky, reach for the clouds, reach for the sunshine, whatever you want. And then what we're going to do is shift our feet to the width of our mat and allow our knees to kiss together. Imagine there's magnets on them. And from here, allowing your hands to relax at your sides. Maybe they create little cactus arms like I did because my couch is in the way. But if not, let them extend. And we're going to gently let the heels and the feet stay flat on the floor. And then wherever your body goes, as we allow the knees to windshield wiper over to the right, think lazy. It's a Sunday morning. This is the day of rest. Over to the left. Taking notes of how your body feels. Are there any particular areas of your body where you're feeling any kind of tension or tightness? And just as important, are there any particular parts of your mind where you're feeling tight or tense? And so what I'm going to lovingly invite you to do is take the next, 38 minutes or so, and can we just step away from that? Can we find ourselves being filled with gratitude and grace to ourselves, some self-compassion starting to rise, some self-awareness, so that we can just be where we are, right here, right now. And I know that our thoughts are going to wander. They always do. That's the job of our mind. Our conscious and subconscious mind is designed to continually think. But right now, we're going to find our focus on the body, focus on the breaths that we're taking. One more windshield wiper over to your right. One more windshield wiper over to your left. And then with as much love as you can manage, we're going to hug those knees into our chest. And so what I'm doing now is creating some small little circles at the base of my spine. I never remember clockwise, counterclockwise when I'm laying on the floor. So the idea is you're just creating circles. So I'm gently hugging my knees into my chest here, allowing for a little bit of relaxation. Get, I don't know, however many you want, circles one way and then reverse the direction. Starting to notate now how different one side may feel compared to the other. And that's usually the way it works. One side is maybe a little bit longer extremity-wise. Maybe one side you find better balance. Maybe one side you're more flexible. That's all right. It's all part of the balance of life. It's like having kale salads and chocolate chip cookies. That's balance, friends. Good. Go ahead and hug those knees into your chest. Extend the legs, extend the arms as best as you can. Give me a nice, generous bend through the knees and start to wiggle through your wrists and ankles, wiggling the toes. What I'm doing here is allowing all of the blood that has the tendency to pool into our extremities to flow through our legs, through our arms, and back into our center torso where our vital organs live. So we can start to engage and awaken the energies of our kidneys and spleen and our intestines and our heart. Oh, our beautiful heart. Our spinal cord, our vagus nerve that lives there. And so all the while we're breathing, what we're doing is also telling our body, hey bud, I don't know how you address your body and call myself bud. Hey bud, we're waking up, we're moving. How amazing is this? We get to do this. We don't have to do this. Go ahead, hug that right knee into your chest. Extend that left leg. Take a deep breath in and find a stretching through. So as best as you can, we're keeping the hips on the floor. I'm still allowing my head and shoulders to relax on the ground, and I'm finding, though, a stretch through the outer portion of my right booty cheek. And so what I'm going to do is take a deep breath in, and then on the exhale, I'm going to send that right footprint to the ceiling. So if you have the flexibility, I'm at 90 degrees. If not, extend it to wherever it is. So you're going to hug it in, kick it out. Hug it in, and then again, find whatever breath works best for you. Only thing I'm going to ask you to do is not hold your breath. So at no point should we ever be retaining the air. But this is to help start to lengthen through that hamstring, and I'm asking you to keep that right foot flexed so that we can then deepen into the stretch. And again, if the knee doesn't straighten, that's okay. Find what works for you. Give me another couple more of these. I already lost count. Let's say we'll do 10 each. Does that sound good? 10 is good. And then slowly bring that right leg down and switch the side. So 2 sides to every coin. Let's do the other side. Hugging that left knee into your chest. Again, allowing the hips to relax on the floor. Relax that right leg. Deep breath in, and then give yourself the next 10 to 12 leg extensions. Being mindful once again. One side may feel completely different than the other, and you know what? It's okay. We find ourselves not often enough allowing our body to be where it is, because some days I know I wake up and I'm ready to run 6 miles, and other days I'm like, you know what, I'm going to do like 5 minutes of yoga in my bed because that's all I can physically manage, and that's okay. Again, thinking about where we are, thinking about the body that we're moving with, allowing ourselves that grace, allowing ourselves to sit with the thought that this is not about seeking perfection. That is not what yoga is about. Last one. And extend the arms, extend the legs. Now let's come to a place where we're stretching. So we're going to extend arms, hands. So imagine your feet trying to grab something below your feet. And notice how I'm wiggling. So what I'm about to do is create a little crescent shape. Think a little C shape. So bring your hands and your feet together. Take the right hand and gently grasp the left wrist, keeping my head and shoulders on the ground. Notice how I'm creating this little C shape. So I'm finding a stretch through the left side of my body. And again, go to what's comfortable. If this doesn't work for you, don't worry about it. You don't have to do it. If you just sit there and breathe, you're doing yoga, friends. Trust me. And then slowly come back through center and switching sides. Oh, what I love about these classes, friends, is the variety of teachers and styles. So please know that you can always check out the schedule. And let us please give a huge, huge shout out to our social media online streaming classes coordinator, my lovely, lovely Nicole Benoit. Without you, my love, this would not be happening. So make sure you give her a shout out. She's the one that you get all these nice little emails and messages from. She built this from the ground up. Thank you. Thank you, Habibi, thank you. And done with the stretching, let's open it up. Take a deep breath in, think star shape. And then exhale, hugging the knees into the chest. Inhale, open it out. Exhale, and then as we hug the knees into the chest, can we curl it up? We're going to bring a little bit of fire into our belly. So the inhale opens us up. The exhale squeezes in. 2 more, just like that. Inhale, so think about using some force. Exhale, maybe the chin comes up to meet the knees. 1 last one. And on the exhale, last one, staying here. If you can and you feel comfortable enough, find yourself slowly rocking and rolling the body. The option for this, my friends, is just to make your way slowly onto your side and then make your way into a seated position. This little rock and roll, if it's part of your physical practice, is a great way to just massage the spine. And it's also fun. Maybe you come up and try to balance a little bit. Do you remember the fun we used to have when we were kids and we had no fear about jumping off of the sheds in the backyards onto mattresses? No one else? Was that just me and my brother? Yeah. That was us then. But who else? Let me know. Good. Slowly make your way to a seated position. Whether you're sitting cross-legged on the floor, maybe you find it more comfortable to sit on your knees. Take a moment here, whatever is comfortable for you. We're going to take a deep breath in, extend the arms up overhead. And then on the exhale, it's a slow twist to your right. So the idea is, as best as you can, I'm extending both arms back, behind me, and in front of me. Maybe taking my gaze past those right fingertips behind me. Inhaling to reach up. Exhale, slowly twisting. And again, giving yourself a moment to breathe through the twist. Twists are important because they help to relieve the body of any toxicity. Inhaling, we're going to do that 2 more times each side. Opening it up on the exhale. Sitting up nice and tall. Exhale, twist to your left. I often make sounds too, forgive me. Inhale, last time. Twisting to your right. Inhale up, twisting to your left. And coming back to center. Arms extend out. Good. Take a deep breath in. Slowly, just start to stretch through that neck. So what I'm doing is very gently bringing my right ear to my right shoulder. Feeling a little bit of a stretch through the left side of my neck. And again, just gently, slowly moving through that. Allowing the hands to rest at your sides. Maybe they're in your lap. Continue that. I'm going to come up here and just say hi to some very special people. Let's see who is here to hang out with us today. Thank you, Nicole. My mom's hanging out. That's Rebecca Barajas down in Houston, Texas. Thank you, Denise, for being here. And once again, friends, if you can, indicate in that little comment box where you are from, where you're watching from, military status, first responder status, healthcare worker status, any and all of that, please, is vital information so that we can continue to bring you these wonderful programs. Give me 1 more lean over to your right. 1 more lean over to your left, and from this seated position, take your time crawling out to what we call a tabletop. Ideally, it is prescribed as shoulders over wrists, but everyone's bodies are different. So let's find what's comfortable here. Knees ideally underneath your hips, but I will often encourage you to find a modification if needed. Modifications, my friends, are signs of wisdom, not weakness. From here, we're going to move into what we call some cat-cows. Inhaling, this is great to stretch the spine, focusing up as much as we can towards the ceiling, allowing our belly maybe to think of those udders on the cow to touch the floor, and then tucking the chin into the chest, exhaling it right back up. So all we're doing is stretching the spine in another way. The twists allowed us to flow and move the spine in one way, and this is allowing us to stretch and elongate the spine in another. Take the next several moments to find yourself, and if you feel more comfortable sitting into the hips or twisting around or spending a few breaths in one of those cat or cow poses, then by all means, please do so. All the while, just finding that breath. If we find our mind wandering, it's okay. Again, this is a judgment-free zone. The mind is supposed to wander, it's going to wander, so we just bring it right back to what we're doing and our breath and how we're flowing and moving. Take a deep breath in, 1 last cow to the ceiling.
One more, cat pose, tucking chin into chest, rounding out the shoulders. Take a deep breath in and then slowly sit back on your heels. Roll through the wrists, give me one stretch up. Exhale, bringing the hands down. That's our little wrist break. Come back to that position of neutrality. So the idea here is we're going to engage our core. How do we engage our core? Well, we imagine that someone is about to come punch us. May that never, ever, ever happen. Find yourself squeezing as if you're about to take a blow to the belly, and we're going to find that right arm extending out. So as that right arm extends out, you'll notice 3 points of contact: left hand, left knee, right knee. If you want to challenge your balance, my friends, take that left hand and create the fist. The wider the hand, the wider the foundational base. So the minute we come up to the fist, ooh, I'm working a little bit harder. Can we draw the shoulders away from the ears? Take a deep breath in, squeezing through the core. Notice how everything shifts. Can we keep it balanced? Left hand, left knee, right knee point. And then squeeze, deep breath in, right hand comes down. And extend the left arm out. Other side, flip the script. My friends, it's always fun to notice, all right, one side, okay, you want to betray me. Or one side, oh my gosh, you want to save my life. Yeah, it's just always different. So again, your choice if you want to come to the palm of your hand, or maybe the top of the fist. If it is the palm of your hand, can we evenly distribute all the weight between the padding underneath every knuckle of our hand? Good, are we squeezing through our core? And then bring that down. Good, we're going to do the exact same thing again. Right arm extends out, except this time we're going to take the left leg as well. Uh-oh, wait, what? So now, 2 points of contact. Actually, technically 3. Left hand, top of our right knee, and the top of our right foot. Breathe. Again, the focus is on the floor, about a foot, foot and a half in front of us. What we don't want to do is hyperextend the neck, so we're just looking at the ground. I'm noticing that I need to clean my yoga mat. Got a little bit of sweat coming down on me. Keep that towel handy. Come on down. Switching sides. So ideally, I'm placing my feet and my hands about shoulder width apart. If you need any more help, feel free to widen the stance. It'll give you a greater base. If you want to challenge your balance, then imagine you're on a tightrope. So that left hand is reaching, that right foot is kicking back, and that right foot is imagining we're pressing against an invisible wall. I like to tell people, reach for the cupcakes. And that back foot, of course, is reaching for the kale salad. That's the balance in life. Right? Balance, that's the key. Take a deep breath in, friends, and come on back down. Go from here, plant the hands. Let's get ready to roll back onto our heels. So the idea is I'm going to rock and roll my body. I've got all 10 of my toes spreading nice and wide. And I'm finding a stretch through my Achilles, finding that stretch through the back of my calves, preparing my body for the downward dog we're about to get into, and that's just an upside down V. Take a deep breath in, friends. Sigh it out. Can we find some balance? Pressing into all 10 toes. Can we maybe for just a moment release the hands? Again, you've either got a wall or a couch here for support. And from here, take the hands, walk them out. Come into that upside down V. I also like to call this an upside down taco, because tacos are life, right? Well, I'm from Texas, so breakfast tacos are life. Well, tacos in general. I could probably talk to you for the next 20 minutes about tacos, but I won't. Here, in this down dog, this upside down taco, we're pedaling through the feet, sending the hips from side to side. Again, I'm gently finding a stretch through the back of my hamstrings, calves, hamstrings, and lower back. What I'm trying to do is not draw my shoulders up to my ears, so I'm pressing armpits into the floor. Again, find whatever feels good for you. If it's too much to be on your feet, you can bring this down to the knees, and rather than a down dog, you do what we call the puppy pose. So again, the idea here is to find a stretch through the upper shoulder girdle, chest, as well as our back. This pose is one of the best all-around rejuvenating, restoring poses out there. This helps to kick your systems into gear: digestive, your heart system, your cardiovascular system, your brain, the nervous system, your endocrine, lymphatic systems. It helps the body to heal. Yeah, true story. All right, friends, take a deep breath in. Look at your hands on the exhale slowly and with control. We're going to take 10 to 12 steps. We're gonna make our way into that forward fold, and I would love for you to keep a huge bend in your knees. Allow the head and shoulders to come over. So once again, if you are more comfortable staying up here, it's not about stretching through the back of the calves and the hamstrings. This is all about keeping a bend in the knee and allowing that 10 to 12 pound, some of you 8 pound, bowling ball on your shoulders, Nicole, little bitty peanut head, I love you, to hang heavy. The idea is to allow the head and the shoulders to hang. So now imagine all of that tension and tightness we're carrying, maybe in our brain, just flowing out. Maybe the hands grab opposite elbows. Maybe the body sways from side to side. I always preface with maybe because it's your choice. Think of me as your yoga waiter. I'm just here to present some menu items and you get to choose. Relaxing the hands, relaxing the shoulders. Can we keep the chin tucked into our chest and start to unravel as we slowly stand up? Think about tucking in your pelvis, slowly unraveling. Slow down, some of you are going too fast, I can tell, because you always do. From the middle back, chin still tucked into my chest, upper back, shoulders come up, and then finally, ooh, hello, finding yourself in a strong standing position. Let's go ahead and shoulder roll up to the ears. On the exhale, shoulder roll down the opposite direction. Let's get about a dozen of those going back and forth while I say hi to some people. Hi, Seguche, Colorado. Oh my gosh, I hope that I pronounced that correctly. Hey, Dominique. Good to see you again. Hi from Florida, Daisy. Hello. Very new to yoga. Oh, I love the videos, taking it slow. And that's the exact way to go, Daisy. Thank you so much for sharing that. Absolutely. So again, shoulder rolls forward. Let's keep both feet planted on the floor. Distribute that weight, nice soft bend in the knees. Wonderful, friends. Let's take a deep breath in as the arms draw up overhead. Grab all that good air, that light, that love. Bring it back to heart center. Start to bend through the knees and then allow the body to slowly forward fold over. Right back into a familiar position. We've been here before. Let us create a flat back. On the inhale, take your hands, place them to the tops of your thighs. So I'm using my hands to support into my thighs. And notice how I'm creating this flat back. So if we were to put a plate of cookies on my back, I would not spill them. The minute we do this, a round over. So again, go to what's comfortable for your body. In this flat back position, notice how we're still maintaining that tall spine. The taller the spine, the more we're able to bring air into the lungs. Take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, slowly fold right back over. One more time, flat back. Inhale, hands to thighs. Maybe you have the flexibility to go hands to shins, or if it's in your wheelhouse, maybe you're able to bring fingertips to ground. Whatever you choose to do, make sure it's comfortable for you. Take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, plant one hand down on the ground, plant the other, plant one foot kicking back, the other foot kicking back, and now we're in that awesome, everyone loves push-up position. Everyone loves push-ups, right? I mean, even in the military, I was like, wait, there's more to do? I love a good push-up. Maybe that's just me. But we're just sitting here holding. Again, modification, friends. Maybe you bring the knees down. I'm still maintaining that push-up position, squeezing through my bum, allowing the front of my hips to maybe aim towards the floor. And you're still working. This is what we call an isometric hold. So we're just statically holding. The muscles are working through our shoulders, core, chest, legs, back, everything. Take a deep breath in, either from the toes or the knees, and again, tuck the elbows into the ribs as we slowly lower. So keep that chin out of your chest. Imagine your chin is holding a grapefruit. Ugh, grapefruits are gross. A softball underneath your chin and your chest as you lower all the way to your belly. Yeah, relaxing the legs. Take your hands, place them at the front of your head and mat. Create a little pillow. Rest on your forehead. Can you bring your toes to kiss together? And then we're just going to shake our butt as if we're saying no. This is a nice little massage to the front of our hips. Again, creating whatever sound we need. From here, friends, find some stillness, relax the feet, Hands come directly underneath our shoulders. We're going to come up into what we call a little baby cobra. What we're doing is just finding a stretch through the front of our chest, the front of our abs. What I don't want to see is the shoulders shrugging all the way up to the ears. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Find that stretch through the front of your chest and abs. Slowly coming back down. Can we walk our hands out sideways several inches? Maybe this stretch takes us up a little bit higher. Again, find what's comfortable for you. Even if you're just laying there on your belly, going, what is this guy talking about and why is he talking so much? It's okay. You're still doing yoga. Take your time slowly lowering. We're going to bring the hands out even further. What I'm going to ask you lovingly to do and invite you is to come up and then allow one shoulder to twist in through the center. So imagine now, my right shoulder's in towards center. I'm taking a peek over my left shoulder and breathing. Using the next exhale to slowly come back into center. This is helping to stretch through the front of our shoulders and that chest again. Taking it one more time to both sides. Once again, friends, this is all about just waking up the body, about giving yourself some movement to maybe carry on the rest of your day. Ooh, my left shoulder's a little tighter. Coming back up to center on the exhale, slowly lower. One more time, create the pillow for your forehead. Big toes kiss together, shake your butt, no. Breathing deep, breathing effortlessly, find whatever is comfortable for you, but may that breath be filled with love and affection, self-compassion, self-gratitude. Go ahead, find some stillness, lay here for just a moment. Take your time bringing your hands underneath your shoulders. We're going to come into a wide-legged forward fold pose. So my knees are going to go to the width of my mat. I like to call this a victory pose. I'm going to push my hips back towards my heels. I'm going to allow my forehead to relax on the floor. And I'm extending my arms out. Again, allowing the padding underneath the knuckles of my hand to press into the ground. And see if you can just comfortably send your hips back towards your heels. Once again, it's one of those movements that is going to be catered specifically to you. So go to where your body allows. Never, ever, ever put your body in a position of pain or discomfort. It is not worth it. This is not a contest. This is not win or lose, pass or fail. Just be here. Breathe. Taking a huge deep breath in, friends, creating some sort of sound. And let's curl the toes. You guys remember our upside down taco? Let's come right back into it. Good, we're going to run through all of that one more time. We call it in the yoga world a Sun Salutation A series. For our sake, we're just going to call it movement. Grateful for this movement. Take a look at your hands, friends. On the exhale, walk your feet to your hands. And I'm going to demonstrate with the books, so in case you needed some sort of support. These books here allow me to relax into the ground, again, as a support system. In the forward fold, let the head hang heavy. Maybe you shake it, yes. Yes for all the good, yes for what we deserve. Maybe you shake your head no, and this is no to the nonsense, no to the BS. Take your time. Inhale to flat back. Once again, I'm using the books to help support my body, keeping that slight bend in my knees. On the exhale, forward fold. Slowly making my way to standing. Inhale and tucking in the pelvis. Lower back, middle back, upper back. Head is the last thing that comes up. Take a deep breath in, reaching the arms overhead. On the exhale, drive that light back through the heart center. Forward folding again, bending through the knees. If you need, you grab your books. Inhale, flat back. On the exhale, slowly forward fold. One more time. Inhale to flat back. And on the exhale, bend through the knees, plant the hands, walk one foot back to meet the left and the right. High plank. I'm going to show you what we call a low plank chaturanga. But the idea is if you're going to, from the knees or your feet, slowly lower. Maybe the elbows stay tucked into your rib cage. Notice how I'm keeping the elbows at 90. They're using them to support my ribs. From the knees, same thing. Take a deep breath in, slowly lower all the way to the belly. If it's in your practice for an upward facing dog, please feel free. In this baby cobra, friends, find what's comfortable and find again what is going to help you stretch through the front of those abs and chest. If you're in the upward facing dog, you can, option 1, directly flow back to down dog. Option 2, from baby cobra or upward facing dog, bend through the knees, through the child's pose. Option 3, from your baby cobra, slowly lower back down to the ground, send your hips back towards your heels, child's pose, or our victory pose, and then allow the bending of our toes into the ground, allow our hips to come back up into the air. Beautiful, friends. Let's take a deep breath in, look at your hands, and on the exhale, take that right leg up in the air. Can you bring that right leg through the heart center? And I'm going to place that right foot in between both hands. It's what we call a runner's lunge. So imagine we're about to take off running. Once again, if you need that support, let us gently bring that back left knee down. So I'm ideally, and I always say ideally because it's going to be different for everybody, as long as you're not collapsing that knee into the center, pushing it open. Maybe using your blocks or the books for supports. Maybe your fingertips are on the ground. Can we now bring our body upright? If it's too much pressure on that left knee, feel free to fold your mat over to give you extra cushioning. I don't have hair on my head, so I sweat. And it just drips. Or you're welcome to grab a couch pillow or something. So find yourself stretching through the front of that left hip. From here, both of my hands are supporting on that right knee. And I'm gently, again, gently pushing that left hip forward. Feeling that stretch through the front of my left thigh. If you feel like trying it, maybe we extend the arms straight out. Woo, and taking that focus to the ceiling. Again, all sorts of variations to feel this. Find what's comfortable for you. Give me one more deep breath in. And on the exhale, slowly bring the hands back down to frame that front right foot. I'm going to either keep that left knee on the ground or, option 2, curl the left foot. Left knee is now floating off the ground. Left hand stays on the ground as I reach my right arm towards the ceiling. And you'll notice that what we're twisting and stretching here is on the outskirts of that right booty cheek, the right thigh, but this is also an excellent way to just reawaken and energize the body. Without getting into too much detail, our body is energetic. We are electrical systems. We literally have conduits of energy and electricity flowing through us. And so when we're feeling down or we're feeling low energy, a pose like this will help to reawaken, rejuvenate, restore energy. So maybe you do this in between work or your Zoom calls. Take a deep breath in. On the exhale, bring that right hand back down. Can we shift either knee down or up, left knee? Bring that right foot back to meet the left. Back to the high plank. Let's go through our flow. Take a deep breath in that push-up position. On the exhale, slowly lower to low plank, either from the knees or your toes. Your choice. Inhale, upward facing dog or baby cobra. On the exhale, slowly kicking back. I'll meet you in our upside down taco. So, because there are two sides to every story, let's flip the script and go to the other side. The left leg will come up. Left leg through that heart center, placing that foot. So sometimes you may have to physically pick up that foot, and that's okay. Ideally, again, we don't want this left knee collapsing inside, so make sure we can look down and see our left ankle, see our big left toe. Say, thank you, big left toe, for helping me keep balance. From here, find that runner's lunge. Either fingertips, use your books for support. And again, I'm either supporting my hands on my blocks, bringing the hands up on top of the thigh. I'm relaxing my right foot on the ground, and I'm feeling the stretch now through the front of my right thigh. Now, this isn't about leaning as far forward as I can. This is about actually sitting up nice and tall and then tucking in my pelvis. You guys know that Michael Jackson dance move? Hee hee. That's it. We're just tucking our pelvis in.
And then find a place that's comfortable, and you're just going to breathe through that stretch. The front of our right thigh, we're up nice and tall. Take a deep breath in. Make some sound. And slowly walking your hands in. Again, finding your balance on your support system, your blocks, your books. Again, either curl the right toes and send the right leg up in the air, or you're welcome to keep the right knee on the ground. Right hand stays down and left arm reaches up. So if you want to increase this stretch, bring that right hand closer to the left foot. If not, you're welcome to keep the hand out a little further. And again, support system is still here. It's not about, oh my gosh, I have to do this the way Caesar's doing it. Nope, 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 nope. It's about finding what's going to work for you. But what I am doing is stretching my left fingertips towards the ceiling. Remember, this is rejuvenating, re-energizing, so that you can spend the rest of your Sunday just floating on a cloud and feeling good. Take one more breath in. On the exhale, slowly bring the hands back down. Can we curl the right toes, pick up that right knee, or shift that left leg back to meet the right? We're in that high plank, either from the knees or the toes position. We're going to slowly lower either to low plank, from knees or toes. Inhale one last time, upward facing dog or baby cobra. And on your exhale, meet me in our upside down taco. Take a look at your hands, deep breath in. On the exhale, take 1 or 2 steps to bring yourself to forward fold. Inhale to standing as we slowly stand up. Taking your time, arms reach up overhead. On the exhale, slowly bringing the hands through heart center. Finding ourselves in that Tadasana pose. Tadasana means mountain, firmly planted. What I want us to do is play a little bit with balance. We're going to take a deep breath in and allow the body to rock forward. So we're going to come up on the toes, the heels are going to raise. Ooh, feel yourself balancing precariously. And I want you to fall forward. So imagine shifting up on the toes, finding the balance, still breathing, squeezing your core, squeezing your bum, and then leaning forward. Stepping out of it. Come on back and do the same thing backwards. We're going to rock back on our heels, toes come up. Maybe we find a moment of balance, maybe we don't. There's a method to my madness, I promise you. Up on the toes, leaning forward. Reset the feet, picking your toes up off the ground, rocking back on your heels. Good. Now, can we shift to one foot, picking up that right leg, keeping it in front of us? Take your time, maybe the arms reach out for balance, maybe we're tightrope walkers today. Shifting over to the right foot, picking up the left. There's a slight bend in my right knee, and what I'm doing is as we go from one single leg to the other, we're working the stabilizing muscles, the little bitty muscles in our feet, in our toes, in our ankles, in our knees. Let's go back over to the left, tightrope walking. Yeah. And then one last time over to our right. Good, stand. Find the balance and then come back to bringing both feet. The purpose of this exercise is to let you know that every single earthquake-proof building in this world has to sway. So maybe we give ourselves a moment to allow the body to rock and roll. We have to be able to give and take. With that being said, friends, we're going to take the final few moments here to just reconnect to our breath. Go ahead and find yourself slowly settling down back into a seat on the floor. Maybe you're on your knees, maybe you lay on your back. Whatever it is that you choose to do is absolutely correct. Allow your body to take a huge deep breath in, sigh it out. Take 2 more just like that on your own. Allow the hands to reach up overhead. On the exhale, allow the hands to come through heart center. Maybe our hands rest in our center chest, maybe they rest in our lap. But can we once again allow something that feels a little bit like gratitude to flow through us, from us, and out to everything that surrounds us? Can we take the next deep breath in and either utter out loud or to yourself in your mind one thing you were grateful for? If your eyes are closed, we slowly flutter them open. My friends, All of the light and love inside of me honors the light and love inside each and every one of you. Continue, please, on paths of peace and clarity, and continue to trust the journey. And I'll definitely see you next time. So, allow us to take the next few moments to gently remind you, if you haven't already filled out where you were from, your military status, please take a moment to do so. If you can, I lovingly invite you to fill out that pain and distress survey. Would love to gather all this information because it's all being put to wonderful use. Once again, 1,000 thank yous to our online classes streaming coordinator, Nicole. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for putting this together. All my friends that were able to tune in and join in, thank you. Jorge, my friend out in Greece. Oh, so happy to hear from you, brother. I've missed you this summer. Here for Daisy once again. Everyone else that was able to tune in. And if you're listening and watching later on, I hope you've enjoyed this practice. May you and your families continue to stay safe, healthy, and well. Peace be with you. May you share it with others. And please remember, friends, we're going to find our recovery through our resiliency. That strength is inside of us. I love this. Oh, and hi, Elizabeth. Air Force veteran, served 7 years. Thank you. I'm so happy you were here, Elizabeth. And Dominique, thank your father. Dominique's father was in the Air Force. This is all the information that we love. This is all the information that we need and we want to hear. So once again, friends, thank you for letting me spend part of your day with you. And thank you for joining me. We'll see you. Talk to you soon. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.